Right, welcome, Starfield. Yeah, this game's been causing a whole bunch of controversy. Why? Well, it's buggy, it's got issues, like most AAA games. It came out unfinished, and they still wanted AAA game money, you know, 60, £70, whatever it is. It's ridiculous. That's AAA games for you, basically, this day. People just accept mediocrity. It's absurd. I've never understood the gaming industry in terms of its trajectory at this point in time. But another part of what I don't understand in terms of the gaming space and the trajectory that it's on is this incessant need to bring current day issues into your far away surrealist escape adventure. So in Starfield, basically what they've done is they've added pronouns, right? Now this has caused a lot of people to take umbrage with it, because you can literally never escape this now. Even in games it has to be there, which, yeah, I can appreciate the need to just escape from reality. I mean, I myself literally don't watch TV, actual television, in the UK. I'm not interested in it. I tried desperately to avoid the news because everything's just garbage. I'm not interested. I like to bring my world much smaller, insular, and I'm much, much happier in that way. And you know what? If I was playing a game, say if I was playing Aliens vs Predator 2 back in the day, and they suddenly introduced the Xenomorph Queen and was like, actually, don't assume her gender. She doesn't go by she, her. I'd be like, what the fuck is this nonsense? Go away. I'm playing as a Marine. I want to be a Marine. I'm like a colonial Marine. What are you doing? I'm not interested. It's just bizarre. It's strange. And this has now moved on to the sort of political debate, I guess, and it's not really, but it's been co-opted. So you had Hills versus Babyface do a rant, posted it to Twitter. I feel like the rant personally was a little bit extreme, a little bit dramatised, quite frankly. There's very few British people that would actually... it feels like it was catered to an American audience, and that's not a slight on as at all, but I wouldn't get that irate about it. I just sort of shrug it off these days. But Hassan, the piker, or whatever his fucking name, douchebag, basically, the guy that would fold like a potato chip if he had a fight with anyone, basically wished death on people, and it's just gone mental. It's absolutely mental. You know, like I said, co-opted for the sort of political spectrum. Now, the issue is that you're sat there saying, well, what's the issue with pronouns? It doesn't affect you. Well, it does if then people are trying to mod it out and have those mods available for people just to enjoy the game without it, which that literally won't affect the people that are playing it with it. So it's a very strange thing. So that's where we're at now. This is the current update, is that Nexus Mods founder confirms that the site itself will delete any single mod from basically that removes the pronoun element from Starfield. It's like, so hold on a minute. Even if you want to play it without it, and it literally doesn't affect anyone else, can't do that. You must have it. That's a bit weird, isn't it? That's a bit weird. A little bit odd. So let's take a look at this. It's just nonsense, basically. And I try not to get too much into this stuff these days, because I just can't be bothered. But Nexus Mods founder confirms the site will delete any mods that remove pronoun modifier from Bethesda's Starfield. Now, Bethesda creates absolute wank games these days. In an escalation of the ongoing controversy surrounding Bethesda's latest release, Nexus Mods founder Robin Darkone Scott has confirmed that the popular PC game mod hosting site will work to delist any uploads that seek to remove the option for players to choose their pronouns from their own personal copies of Starfield. So you must have it. Why? So strange. Word regarding Nexus Mods' stance towards Starfield mods was first brought to widespread attention on September 5th, courtesy of Twitter user Metal Mar, showing a screenshot from a now deleted post made to Starfield's Steam discussion page, wherein user We Mike God can be seen excitedly announcing that Nexus Mods would not be supporting any mods that remove pronouns. And this, obviously criticism brought to Starfield's community's cognitive dissidence in their rhetoric regarding the pronoun modifier. Starfield community, the pronouns are just a minor feature that's not important. The user wrote, Nexus mods, all anti-pronoun mods are banned. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can't sit there and say it's not really an issue and then demand that everyone must have it. That's pathetic and very weird. So, however, upon further inspection, Metalmar discovered the next day that the situation was less clear-cut than originally portrayed, finding that in reality Nexus does not appear to have made a statement of declaring such a ban currently, though there does seem to be a lot of conversations on the matter in the Steam forums. So he also noted that the original poster We Might God appeared to have been banned for openly admitting that in their unspecified professional life they actively discriminated against white males. Nice. Not at all a dipshit. So with social media left torn between the believability of the claim and the lack of any official word from the site itself, these conversations on the matter eventually caught the attention of Nexus mod member The Warlock, who in turn took to the site's official forums to suggest that its administration offer clarification on this disinformation in order to avoid the eruption of another controversy. So following a brief discussion amongst some of the forum's patrons, The Warlock's thread was joined by Scott, who pointed to the site's official post regarding their previous Marvel Spider-Man Pride Flag controversy and declared, our policy on this sort of content is laid out in this news post. Specifically paragraph 3. Whether you continue to use our site based on these policies are entirely up to you, he concluded. Lock in the thread. Like a bitch. However, pay particular attention to the second to last paragraph and last paragraph in that news post. The same applies here. And what does it say? In the first site paragraph, Scott asserts that the site's policy is thus: we are for inclusivity, we are for diversity. If we think someone is uploading a mod on our site with the intent to deliberately be against inclusivity and or diversity, then we will take action against it. The same goes for people attempting to troll other users with mods deliberately to cause a rise. For our part, we'll endeavour to do a better job of moderating our website to this ethos ourselves. So you're only inclusive up to a point, and you're only diverse up to a point as long as it goes along with a homogenous status quo, you fucking dipshit. People are so stupid and very dumb. Oh, God. We don't want to and won't argue this with you. We've now explained our stance, and we won't be providing a platform for you to distort our position in order to feed an irrational and paranoid narrative. It sounds like you're fucking paranoid. You can do that elsewhere where we won't care enough to read it. I mean, that's a pretty irrational stance. If this policy upsets you, if we've broken some moral code of conduct as a business that you can't accept, then please delete your account, bottom option, and move on, as we will. Wow, man. There you go. You literally just can't escape anything, ever, anywhere. No. You have to be involved in modern day rhetoric. It's quite sad. It's genuinely quite sad. You know, and this is why I check out a lot of games these days, and I just cannot be bothered. You know, the only other game that I was excited to play at one point, because I watched Mario in theatres, I really wanted to pick up Super Mario Kart. Just for some harmless fun. Everything else can basically go fuck itself.